Forerunner the prophet. It's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Islam, Islam. It's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, Islam, Islam. It's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah, Islam. It's a new day for the Moors. Y'all made me do it, ain't wanna do it. Try to break the jaw when I was going through it. I said hit the streets, you wanna hit the streets, you wanna stay in the temple. Same speech, same talk, same bark, no bite. Well, alright, I'm Jahar Bay and I'ma handle that. My brother spoke to me, he said handle that. It's not front and center, front line. Look at y'all, running mine, but it ain't mine, it's God plan. A law man, oh man, 2016, all you gonna see is Prophet Noble, to our lead. Old Moors, step aside, 34, come on, let's ride, hey! It's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah, Islam. It's a new day for the Moors. Hey, it's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah, Islam. It's a new day for the Moors. We were visited by a prophet of God. And you mean to tell me we can't go hard on the more up old, the one who rode the elephants over the Alps in the cold. Even with the same, rearrange the terrain. Even try to civilize Cain. Now cipher 2016. I'ma show you what this mean. My tassel roll 360. Do you really think you can tell me what to do and say? Do you know I look up the form and pay? I roll with the prophet of a prophet more. Follow the prophet, so I drop it more. Stop it more. I'm holding the world and maybe drop it more. Now drop it more. It's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah, Islam. It's a new day for the Moors. Yeah. It's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah, Islam. It's a new day for the Moors. Louisiana, Alabama, get in the between you and I am the wisest. You never measure up to your household divided. How you gonna teach anybody but you when the people that love you, they don't believe you? Probably think you got jail religion. Need to wash off that stench of prison. Speaking of prison, that's all y'all attract. I wonder about the children of y'all had that. Go on, scrap that. I ain't even tripping. I show you what happened when the laws get you visit. No government grants and no food stamps. Behind the build a temple, we're watching the ants. We're watching the prophet and listen to a law. I'm gonna be in hell if I listen to y'all. Listen to y'all. I'm coming. When I'm broke, we'll never show for it. Oh! It's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah, I'm coming. Day for the Moors. Charlotte, Memphis, Cleveland, get in the car. Hey, it's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah, Islam. It's a new day for the Moors. LA, Syracuse, Buffalo. Stop screaming, bragging about our greatness. 34th generation see through the fakeness. They don't really care about the real of Granada. I primary focus is Gucci, Prada. Who you uplifting? Nothing, nada. Who you uplifting? Nothing, nada. Nothing, nada. Nothing, 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 nada. Every lady get your mind state is sort for the class. If you flex, I'm a blast on you and your staff. My young boys coming, they becoming more trans. But before they learn to love, this is talkable to sin. So watch your slander. They got the hammer, kinda like Peter, protecting Jesus. I'm a jewelry apostle, don't get hostile, cause ain't no telling what I do for the gospel. Oh! It's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah, Islam. It's a new day for the Moors. San Diego, Portland, everybody getting. Oh yeah. It's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah, Islam. It's a new day for the Moors. East Coast, Midwest, down south, getting. Oh yeah. Time for the Moors to stand up. Stand up. We've been in the background too long. Get on your square, boy. It's a new day for the Moors. Come on, y'all ready? Come on, man. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Let's go. I'm quite aware of what I'm asking of you. And I don't think it's right. Let's go! I'm quite You found the wrong man.
I found the wrong man. Yeah, that's the highest self. If you don't give the gift for love, you deny yourself. The all white swag. Fences and turtles.
Let's go! Salute! Man, salute to Unbiased Sports. And salute to Unbiased Sports because he's unbiased and I'm unbiased. We're going to keep it just like it is. We're going to keep it just like it is. Unbiased, unadulterated, Moorish science simple of America, doctrine as taught by Prophet Noble Drew Ali, uncut, unfiltered. And we ain't being friends only with those who are friends with who we are friends with, and we only friends with the truth. Let's get it.
Bring the simple ways to our lead. Who said you free for single parents in day school? Two jump hoops, eat day food, you day food. Hit up your dog when you're gone, but they're not you still ain't betting if you get your Rottweiler on.
Hear that?
This movement right here.
You still they pet even if you get your Rottweiler on. Check it out.
Even if you get your Rottweiler on. This movement right here ain't for the passive. Shook, sweat, and brown, dripping with acid. We active and really spirit the molecule.
That's that boys on the move. Check it out.
Praise the Lord for Prophet Drew. We honor you. The cornerstone, real long man, rendezvous.
Let's go, right? Y'all ready? Family, I got so much information that might have to do a part 2 on this because this is serious. This invasion is no joke. This invasion is serious. Wait till y'all see this. Woo! Let's go. Hey, y'all ready? Let me get my man time.
Yeah. Allah, Father, Father, love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my God, and my salvation. By night and by day. Through his holy prophet, Drew Ali. Amen.
Hey, shout out to Side Netta. I missed your call today, brother. But this for you. Let's go.
Let's go. Sayonara, you know better than to test the more. You the chose educate, and you can rest assured. We gon' teach them to love instead of hate. Lord, we uplift and educate. You wanna debate, God pathetic, and everybody wanna be committed. Steady shaka, anyone can get it. It's real down here, people. Let's make it clear. I'm learning to love instead of hate, but I ain't there. Rational, it's about time we check. You should have stuck with Matthew, you got disrespectful. I'ma keep it real, you haven't met no. Hold
up, family. It sounds like we got to antagonize Zeno. It sounds like we got to antagonize in the building. Let's see if we can talk to him. Let's talk to him. He don't know where yet. I don't think he know where yet. And this is Moorish World TV. Welcome to Moorish World TV. Alibaba. Welcome to Moorish World TV. I don't think you know where you at. You know where you at? I don't think you know where you at. You know where you at, Alibaba? You know who you talking to? And after 150 years, y'all still don't get it. Brother, what have you done in your little 40, 50, or however old you are? What have you done? Let's talk about what you have done. Huh? What have you done? You want the link so you can come up here and tell us what you have done? Huh? What have you done, Alibaba? You up in here posting in the chat, but maybe you can give us your resume. Huh? Give us your resume. We'll wait for it. What have you done? You brothers kill me with that. Y'all keep talking about what the Moors have done in the last 150 years, or 100 years, or 80 years. But you can't even give me your resume for your last 15 minutes. What have you done besides just posting here? You ain't done nothing. You know what I mean? I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to do. Let's put my resume next to yours. Let's do that. Huh? Let's put my resume next to yours. Don't worry about what all the other Moors doing. You know what I mean? Let's put my resume next to yours. Give me your email address, and we can go ahead and put my resume next to yours. Alibaba, drop your email address. We can do that tomorrow. Put my resume next to yours. That's what I thought. You know what I mean? I have given all you the chambers. Brother, you don't get out of here with that. You keep talking that, I'm going to get you up out of here. Let's get the show started. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do my intro song because we about to get on. We about to get it on. I mean, we about to get it on. Compare the resume to the chambers. You don't have no chambers. You's a stranger to the chamber. You's a stranger to the chamber. Yeah, he's a stranger to the chamber. Let's go. It smell big in the building. I know the Moors that ain't even proclaiming that they're in the building. We in the building. Y'all ready to get busy, man? I'm ready to get busy tonight. I'm telling you, this is going to be a good one tonight, family. Let's get it popping. Y'all ready to get it popping? Huh? Are y'all ready to give it popping? Let's take them back real quick and get it popping. Let's get it started.
Yeah. Islam. I'm trying to be your friend, man. I'm trying to be your friend, brother. Help me out. Meet me halfway. I wanna be your friend. Peace and love. Let me be your friend. Peace and love. I said you ain't never met a more like me, and you ain't never ever gonna meet one again. I wanna be your friend. Peace and love. Let me be your friend. Peace and love. I said you ain't never met a more like me, and you ain't never ever gonna meet one again. I wanna be your friend. Peace and love. Let me be your friend. Peace and love. And yo, I used to be a thug until I met the prophet. Now I'm all about love, truth, peace, and freedom till I return to Allah. One day we gon' meet her. I'm all about justice. That's the focus of the message. Sometimes Asiatics make me want to forget the lessons. I be all up in my passion from all the fashion. All things to the I start laughing. A grown man with a ponytail.
That's too nice. That's too nice for Alibaba. Let me go ahead and start it off with my latest release that'll be out in a couple and probably the next month. Let's go with my newest. Let's go.
Mess with this swordsman. Try it. Okay? I will cut you to ribbons. Listen. Okay? I will cut you to ribbons. Mess with this swordsman. This killer. Falsehood killer, Mutazidin, Zaladin, Mujrikin, Al-Kafar.
Take the stands off, Allah knows, cause I'ma take some hands off. You all foes, lowest up, I'm out to keep a banger that'll sink the nose off. Stop playing with me. I'm the true and living God, but I know a little better than you go to fraud. Trying to keep it on a high note. I really love my flow, but I can go lower than a worm. You know I'm on. See y'all let the evil social media gas you thumb thumping. Thinking when I see you, I'ma pass you on up. We gon' talk about it, acting like you about it. Guarantee you when I see you, we gon' put some chalk around it. Talking like a big boy, this fans won't save you. Cause I would take this fans off and that's who made you. You better sing along with.
That's all you're gonna get, family. That's all you're gonna get, family. That's all you're gonna get, family. Don't make me take this fez off. Don't make me take this fez off. You feel me, Alibaba? Go on, hold your unk. Go on, hold your unk, all right? Walk around with your unk and go on do what you do. Now back to the previous message. Huh? Why are we Asiatic Muslims? Huh?
Another calling us Neanderthal, and he all pale. I mean, for real, this is what it comes to, my brother. We got nothing better to do than talk down to each other. Yeah, we can get scholarly, or we can get gutter. We are the children of our father, and the rest of our mother has nursed us all. And first of all, we beat from out of meantime, murder us all. You need to chill, my brother. Tell the elder the same, cause on the real, my man, I'm really about them things. I can take the feds off and get back in the low. Every term to the states where they used to call me dope, but no, I'm rolling with the prophet of Allah. What love, not war. Standing on that floor, in the hole in the square. The compass in the axe, that might be too deep. Hold up, hold up, I gotta do it one more time. You know what that is? An Egyptian act.
Hold up, family. I gotta bring it back one more time, man. I gotta bring it back one more time, and I'm gonna start the show. Let's go. Mess with this swordsman. Hold up, family. Hold up, family. I don't know what I want to. I've been getting too puffed up.
That is a brother who lived by the universal science developed in the Nile. We call it Islamism, but it's the same, my child. Sit at the foot of a master.
I train you up, but I might have to bang you up. I still love you. And those that's talking that this ain't Islam, everything the prophet book is in the Quran. All the other stuff prostrate and cover up is just the start. And there's space to me, the law's the heart. You can dress like a but you can dress like an herb. While the Moorish American and unifies the word. You can say what you want about Dr. Yoga, but he gave you different variations of the same thought. You don't appreciate that. You don't appreciate me. I gotta do it right. I gotta do it right. I gotta do it right.
That's what this was. Try it. Okay? I will cut you to ribbons. That's what this was. This killer, falsehood killer, Gazidin, Zolanin, Mujrikin,
Don't make me take this pants off, Allah knows, cause I'ma take some hands off if you all foes. Lower up, I'm off, you keep a banger that'll sink the Noah's Ark. Stop playing with me. I'm the true and living God, but I know the low a little better than the little fraud. Trying to keep it on a high note. I really love my flow, but I can go lower than a worm. No Ramo. See y'all at the evil social media gas, you dumb thuggin'. Thinking when I see you, I'ma blast you, oh Lord. We gon' talk about it, acting like you about it. Guarantee you when I see you, we gon' put some chalk about it. Talking like a big boy, this fans won't save you. Cause I'ma take this fans off and ask you who made you. You better say Allah when you look me in my eyes. You see the image of Allah. Don't be looking surprised. I'm the God in the flesh. Of course I'm fresh. I resurrect and protect. I don't believe he left. I breathe Jesus' breath. You breathe weed and death. We come correct like a check when the G's connect. Disrespect, trying to get a rep. I'm coming for your right for me. No, let me take this face off. No, let me take this face off. Man, that's it, man. That's all y'all getting, man. That's all y'all getting, sisters and brothers. That's all y'all get right now. The album is about to drop. I mean, the album is about to drop. I mean, let's get it popping. Islam, first and foremost, I rise and give praise to the great God of the universe, Allah. I mean, I give honor to his prophet, Prophet Noble Drew Ali. I give honor for all those who are the defenders of the truth. I give all those who stand in the defense of the gospel. Before you can say that you are a member of the Moorish Science Temple of America, ask yourself, are you ready to stand in the defense of the gospel? Because in this age of technology, and with the internet, and with all of this information going down, you're going to have to study to be able to stand on what you say you believe, because the misinformation is everywhere. I give honor to our Prophet Noble Drew Ali and the forerunner, Brother Marcus Mosiah Garvey, who gave us the example on how to organize without the privilege of a cell phone, without the privilege of the internet. And to this day, the numbers in his movement has yet to be matched. I give honor to y'all, family, for coming up in here tonight. Now, tonight we got a little touchy one, family. Let me tell you what had happened. What had happened was, right? When I came into the Moorish Science Temple of America, we're going to have a talk. Can we have a talk, family? So when I came into the Moorish Science Temple of America, I doubted a whole host of teachings that was taught by the Prophet Noble Drew Ali and the elders that actually ultimately taught me some things. And I've learned from quite a few elders. One of the most impactful elders that I ever learned from is Brother Sheikh R. Edwardsell out of Baltimore, Maryland, the author of the Maccabeen Files. His research was so impeccable that it compelled me to research the research and to confirm what I had been learning. And in researching the research, I actually looked deeper and I found even more deeper things. And when I found more deeper things and unfolded more information, it sparked something in me. It sparked something in me that compels me to try to rebirth the integrity as taught by the Prophet Noble Drew Ali of the Moorish Science Temple of America. In other words, the orthodoxy of the Moorish Science Temple of America. I think the Moorish Science Temple of America, over the years, through the infiltration, through the misinformation, has ultimately lost its orthodoxy. You see what I'm saying? I think it's lost its orthodoxy, but that doesn't mean it's lost forever. It means that we must reclaim that what was missing, and we must do it on that has been missing. But we must do it unapologetically. We're gonna have, because it's gonna appear like I'm doing something new and different. We're gonna have a lot of people that's going to disagree. Many Moors are going to say, brother, why are you talking radical? Because they don't want to point out the orthodoxy that was taught by Prophet Noble Drew Ali. They don't want to point out that this is not a European movement. They don't want to point that out. They want to get along. See, I don't want to get along. I want to get along with truth. And if I can get along with truth, may Allah be pleased. I'm not tripping off getting along with everybody on the planet and trying to compromise. That ain't what I do. And nor do I believe that Prophet Noble Drew Ali was that kind of person. I believe Prophet Noble Drew Ali respected all people. And I have confidence that he allowed those who wish to practice and believe what they wanted to believe without condemnation. I believe he just go do your thing and we're going to do ours like that. But at the same time, I don't think Prophet Noble Drew Ali was a pushover and trying to hold hands with everybody who wanted, who probably did want to hold hands with him. I just don't get that. I don't see that. And the record will reflect that. So, when I started looking around today in this information age on the internet, you start to see misinformation. Many people would look at these strange happenings and they would allow people in so-called Black Power movements, so-called comedic science movements, which is the main proponents of the antagonization. They will allow them to say, oh, more mean white, because some crazy Moorish American when running around calling himself a white man, when in fact, you know, we never can find anywhere in the doctrine where the Prophet Noble Drew Ali used that as a descriptive term for anybody in the Moorish Science Temple of America. Yet we get what you're saying. We get what you're saying legally, what you're saying. But when you look at it from the perspective of the teachers of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, there is no descriptive term in the way you're describing yourself. And so when people outside see that, they begin to think that we kooky. You know what I mean? Like we are weirdos. And you begin to see the argument that Moors enslaved Africans, when in fact we know that Moors are African. What type of foolishness, oxymoronic statement is that? Moors enslaved African? Sure, of course. Africans enslaved African. All sorts of Africans participated in the slave trade. The Arabs enslaved Africans. Africans enslaved Arabs. Africans enslaved Europeans. Europeans enslaved Africans. So that's like a foolish argument. But anyway, what brings me to tonight's show is I'm starting to see a strong influx of Europeans parading themselves as Moorish Americans. I remember the first European that I seen demonstrate that, and he was an honorable member of the Canaanland Moors operation. I remember it was funny to me when I seen this European, masquerading as if he was a Moorish American, and he was masquerading as one who that was quoting some type of law he thought was the prophet, when in fact he was quoting his own people's stuff, because that sovereign citizen doctrine is his own people's. I forget his name off the top of my head, but this guy, he was off the meat rack, and I'm going to find him before the end of the show. I'm going to see if I can get him locked in before the end of the show and show you who I'm talking about. But it's another brother that was he called himself the Orthodox Moor, and I got a whole show about him. You know what I mean? I got a whole show about him. The Orthodox Moor was attempting to try to define humanity as one whole, all in the pot as one, you know. And the Orthodox Moor was the type of person that will go through tons and tons of paperwork. Yeah, he will go through tons and tons of paperwork to try to validate that that a European is nothing but an albino, and thus are us. When we know, we can see an albino that is us. We know the character. We know the energy that albino Asiatic displays. So we know the difference. But here he goes with that.
You know what I'm saying? He goes with that nonsense. You know what I'm saying? And so, but when you dig deeper, you will find out why they go with that nonsense. The reason that most people go with that nonsense because they either have a European lover or they from a European stock, which means their mother or their father is European. Nothing is wrong with that. But if you're going to join the Moorish Science Temple of America or its thought or ideal, you must know that it's structured for those who are descendants from the inhabitants of Africa. By whatever way they're descended from the inhabitants of Africa, the Moorish Science Temple of America is not one of those organizations where everyone will feel welcome. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. It's not one of those organizations. But let me tell you something. It's not a racist organization. I can tell you right now. I have an associate of mine that he actually we do work together. We cool. We all right. Everything is good. He knows I'm a Moorish American to the bone. I know he's a European to the bone. He blonde hair and blue eyes. I've actually told him that listen, leave that sister alone, because he was dating a sister one time and that sister was no good for him because she was a gang member and he was green as a blade of grass. He just was a working European. Y'all know them working Europeans. He was as green as a blade of grass, and I was like, man, that sister gonna run him through the field. And that's what she did. And till this day, I always say to him, I told you, leave that sister alone. That sister, I'll tell you what, that sister was so thoroughbred, I didn't want no trouble. You know what I mean? When she would get turned up because they lived a few doors down from me. She would get turned up because her dog would jump in my yard and my dog would beat the brakes off her dog. She would get turned up. I said, listen, go ahead with that. I don't want no trouble. Your dog in my yard. I would try to calm the situation. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, we got in an argument one time. She called gang gang. I had to call gang gang. I mean, she was just turned up for no reason. But I was telling him he was so green, man, leave her alone. And so, in other words, no Moorish Science Temple of America is not a racist organization, if that's what people want to. And I'm not going to get into the etymology, so-called blacks can't be racist. We don't have a problem with any other group of people, but the doctrine is the doctrine. The doctrine is the doctrine. Italians work for the cause of Italians. You see, Chinese work for the cause of Chinese. Koreans work for the cause of Koreans. That doesn't mean that they don't interact and work with other groups of people. That doesn't mean that some of their people might step out of their group and still with people outside of their group and have children, so be it. But the mass majority cling to the ancient creeds and principles as established by the ancient forefathers. For as the prophet Noble Drew Ali say, honor thy mother and thy father, that thy days may be long upon the earth. But with that, that's another conversation. I just want to display a few things. I want to show you how we begin to blur the lines, and our next generation will not know what the Moorish Science Temple of America look like or dedicated to if we're not careful. I'm going to say the things that your Grand Sheik won't say, okay? All right? I'm going to say the things that your Grand Sheik won't say, and there's no knock to your Grand Sheik. Your Grand Sheik might just want to get along. I don't know, but I want to get along with those who want to get along with truth. Now, I'm going to tell you, if you got some truth that you want to put on me, man, I'm going to have to eat that. I don't care what it is. I'm going to have to eat that, but I'm going to try to get along with truth. And so in this presentation, what I'm about to start right now is, you know, some of these things really, really, really rubbed me the wrong way when I looked at it. So this was the flyer that I put out. And now I want you to know that the picture guy for the flyer was Swain L. That was the picture guy. You feel what I'm saying? Was a Swain L. You follow me? That was the guy for the show, because I was going to do him, but he's so yesterday, I say I'm not going to give him the limelight, but what I will do is give this new guy the limelight.
this guy here. This guy here, for some strange reason, I've met this guy here. But for some strange reason, when I did the show about Richard Nail Bay, scandalous robbing people, when I did the show about Arnell Bay robbing people, and I had the receipts, this brother, because he was under Arnell Bay, probably getting robbed too, he came to the defense of Arnell Bay, but he came from an emotional rant standpoint and not from an educated standpoint. And so this brother automatically says Moors in the temples are racist. Now, I didn't understand why he would say the Moors in the temple are racist. Maybe because we push the ideal, of those who are descendants from the inhabitants of Africa. That's not racist. That's the doctrine that's taught by the Prophet Noble Ali. So he became the cover boy of this story. Yes, he became the cover boy, because the moment, I'm going to say it again, the moment that you get out of pocket with Brother Taharka Bey on my show, the moment you get out of pocket and you don't want to have an educated dialogue, then now, if you don't want to come on here and talk about it, and you want to be an antagonizer, you know what I mean? You don't want to be an you want to be an antagonist. Let me stop the screen share for a minute. Let me calm it down. Y'all know, y'all might have to turn y'all phone down, because I like to yell a little bit. When you come on my show, right, in this chat, and you become an antagonizer, you know what I mean? When you become an antagonizer, and I invite you on the show and say, okay, bring your position. Bring your position. And you refuse to bring your position. I mean, at that point, I'm going to give you a couple times. I'm going to give you a couple of times to bring your position. Now, if you refuse to bring your position, I'm going to leave you alone. I might block you. Now, if I don't block you and you still refuse to bring your position, what I'm going to do is I'm going to offer you one more time. So I've offered this brother quite a few times. You know what I'm saying? His mother is a European. His father is an Asiatic. That's what he say. And I take your word for it. But anyway, so he basically declined. Okay, I'm going to leave it alone. Then I have a holy day meeting last week. And then the brother come on the holy day meeting right into the live feed talking about Moors in the temples are racist. Islam. Moors in the temples are racist. You know what I'm saying? I got you, brother. I just took your email down. I'm going to email you after the show. That Moors in the temple are racist. For no apparent reason, this guy comes on here and does that. And I mean, on my live feed for Holy Day of all days. Now, don't play with Holy Day. We can play that on Moorish World TV all day, but not on Holy Day. So when he did it on the Holy Day, I said, okay. I said, time's up now. Time's up. Now your time's up. And now we got to see who you really are. Because once we see who you really are, we're going to see if you even qualified to have a conversation on the channel. And what do you know? Up jumped the boogie. You're not even qualified to have a conversation with me, brother. You're not qualified to have a conversation with me. And that's why you're so upset. You're so upset because you got yourself in a condition that is not predicated on the teachings of the Prophet Noble Ali. Now, whether you did that before or after is not my business. But what is my business, the reason why you're so disgruntled is because you're in that situation. I don't got nothing to do with your situation. Don't be calling the Moors in the temple racist. Don't be calling me racist because you have gotten yourself involved with a European for the long term. I'm not no racist or what you want to call it. I don't even know the terms to use to say hate white people. I don't know what that is. You know what I'm saying? I do not demonstrate that. But the reason why you're so disgruntled is because you're in the situation with a European. So you're really not mad at me. You're really not mad at the Moors in the temple. You're really mad at yourself because you have violated the Prophet's law before you even knew the Prophet's law quite
Probably, I would hope so. I hope you didn't come into the temple and learned it after the facts. And so what is the prophet law? The prophet law is very basic and very simple, and can't nobody flip and turn this. The prophet laws of the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America, chapter 48, the last chapter, tells you what we stand for. The Moorish Science Temple of America is a lawfully chartered and incorporated organization, and a subordinate temple that desires to receive a charter. The prophet had them to issue to every state throughout the United States, etc., that the world may hear. Listen to what the prophet said. The world may hear and know the truth. What is that truth, Prophet Noble Drew Ali? That among the descendants of Africa, Europe, that among the descendants of Africa, there is still much wisdom to be learned in these days for the redemption of the sons of men under love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Now we know we're talking about equality right there. You know what I mean? And then he goes on to say, this is Prophet Noble Drew Ali. I didn't say this. I didn't make this up. We, as a clean and pure nation, as a clean and pure nation, descendants from the inhabitants of Africa. Let me take a pause for a cause to thank my brother Jesse Sutton for the $10 donation. And I'm definitely going to be reaching out to you this week, brother. I'm busy, I'm working, but I'm with you, brother. We got a lot of work to do together. And all those who wish to work, I hope we team up and you team up with somebody who's ready to work so we can redeem what was lost. But with that being said, verse 6 says, we as a clean and pure nation, descendant from the inhabitants of Africa. Now, the first subject of verse 6 is we. We. So that includes Prophet Noble Drew Ali himself. We, as a clean and pure nation, descendant from the inhabitants of Africa, we do not desire to amalgamate or marry into the pale-skinned nations of Europe. All right? Neither serve their gods of their religion, because our forefathers are the true and divine founders. Our forefathers. You see? Our forefathers. See, this is what I'm saying. If you want to call me racist, then you're going to have to call Prophet Noble Drew Ali racist. You're going to have to take off your fez. Because if what you qualify as racist, we qualify as preserving our seed and generation and progeny. Neither serve their gods of their religion, because our forefathers are the true and divine. True and divine. Our forefathers are the true and divine founders of the first religious creed for the redemption and salvation of mankind. Our forefathers are. You follow me? I got to drill that in a little bit. Then he go on to say, therefore, we are returning the church and Christianity back to the European nations as it was prepared by their forefathers for their earthly salvations. I mean, while we, the Moorish Americans, are returning to Islam that was prepared by our forefathers for our earthly and divine salvation. Now, here's the kicker that Prophet Noble Drew Ali knocks it out the park. The covenant of the great God Allah. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the earth, on the earthland, which the Lord thy God has given thee. Then he make the call. Come all Europeans, oh my bad, come all Asiatics of America. Come all pale people, nah, my bad. Come all Asiatics of America. Come all Europeans. No, come all Asiatics of America, and hear the truth about your nationality and birthright, because you are not Negroes. Now, who is this movement dedicated to? Who is this movement dedicated to? We ain't gonna play these games. See, I let y'all play them games. We ain't gonna play these games. See, I demonstrate orthodox Moorish Science Temple of America. I demonstrate orthodox Prophet Noble Drew Ali. That's what I demonstrate. I don't know. Y'all mad at me?
Because I demonstrate Orthodox Prophet Noble Drew Ali? Y'all mad at me? Oh, I shouldn't say this. Somebody got to say it because the train had left the building. The train has left the station. And ain't nobody, and it's off the track. And ain't nobody trying to put it back on the track. Ain't nobody trying to, and so they going to get mad at me. Well, go ahead and get mad. I demonstrate the orthodoxy of the movement as Prophet Noble Drew Ali Prophet Noble Drew Ali taught it. You know what I mean? I demonstrated like my brother ODB used to say. You know what I mean? When he used to say, when you give it to me, hey, give it to me raw. You know what I mean? He said, yeah, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, that was Method Man. No OJ, no straw. When you give it to me, yeah, give it to me raw. I like my more signs raw. Don't mix mine. Don't mix mine. I mean, and so somebody said, wait, you mean Europeans can't join the temple? Europeans cannot be a member of an official Moorish Science Temple of America, yet at the public meetings, they're welcome to come. I'm going to say it again. Europeans cannot be a member of an official Moorish Science Temple of America, but they are welcome to come. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shake my head. Oh, man, that brother got a baby with her. Brother, I'm just telling the truth. The brother should have left me alone. I don't play. They should have left me alone. You know what I mean? It is what it is. What y'all want me to do? Y'all want me to stop the show? Y'all want me to stop the show? Y'all don't want the truth. Man, I need to calm down. Yeah, y'all don't want this truth, man. Y'all want some water. I know what y'all want. I know what y'all want. Let's pause for the call. What y'all want me to do is, y'all want me to go and put on my suit. Y'all want me to go and put on my shirt and put on my button up. And then y'all want me do all that. And then y'all want me to put on my button up. And then y'all want me to start talking like you know, like I'm super educated. I can't say ain't got. I can't say that no more. I can't say you know what I'm saying? I can't say that. Y'all gonna want me to start talking like an intellectual. Well, you know that when the prophet came, he came to all people because he's a universal prophet. And because he's a universal prophet, Europeans are able to proclaim their nationality. For nationality is in Black Law's dictionary. In Black Law Dictionary, it represents a quality of character. And a European can express the character of put this shirt back over there. Because we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. We're going to tell the truth. We're going to tell the truth. That's all we're going to do. We're going to tell the truth. I'm going to tell the truth like Prophet Noble Drew Ali did. And I dare somebody say the Prophet Noble Drew Ali ain't tell the truth that I'm demonstrating. You know what I mean? That's what we're going to do. You know what I mean? We're going to tell the truth. Y'all want me to be an intellectual? This is the wrong channel. You know what I mean? I come from a place where I get it from the mud. I get it from the mud. Woo! I love y'all, man. Y'all like with me, man. I get it from the mud, baby. I love me some more Science Temple of America in its purest form. I ain't never heard it like this. Never. Let me pause for the cause and thank my brother Clint Ravish for the donation through the demonstration, man. I appreciate you. Anybody who wish to look out for I got a lecture coming up too. That I'm going to try to finance and take it around the country out of my own pocket. But anybody who's interested in assisting me, helping get this message out, you can always make a donation to my Cash App. You can always make a donation some kind of way. When one of y'all out there that got their millions and all of that, you know, I'm trying to take this message around the country. I don't have a whole bunch, but I'm trying to take it around the country. And so it is what it is. I take all donations. I take EBT because I can eat on the road. I take
even letter stamps, so I can mail my brother C. Cannon Bay a card, a letter. You know what I'm saying? So I can do all that. I'm just playing. But anyway, family, I'm not playing. Hook a brother up. But let's go. Let's get it started. Shout out to my brother Big Wolf. Big Wolf, we got some talking to do, brother. I ain't talk to you in a minute. I'm working though, brother. I'm working though, Big Wolf. We got talk, brother. I need you on deck on June the 8th, brother. I definitely want to get you in the building on June the 8th. We need security on deck, brother. Anyway, with that being said, again, the prophet said, come all ye Asiatics of America, which is indicative of us. You know what I mean? And now, when we look at these pictures right here, this is the guy right here. And I'm going to do a whole show on this guy here, Swainell, you know, because he loved these Europeans. He has done a whole demonstration. That's right, Big Wolf. I'm with you, brother. Thanks to my brother Todd P for the donation. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate all donations and all help, because I'm going to take this message around the world. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get my money right, and I'm going to take it around the world. But anyway, I got a whole demonstration on this guy here. This guy is really creepy. He's really creepy. I'm trying to tell you, he's a creep. And I'm just not calling names of slander. He's a real creep when it comes to these lessons. But anyway, look at this brother. Now I just said Moorish science, or the Moorish American nationality, is about a quality of character. I mean, you know what I mean? Swainell is your brother. Well, I tell you what, he can be your brother. He my brother too, but he gonna get this work today. Not today, but when I get to him. You know what I mean? But anyway, when we look at this right here, right? And when I show the doctrine that this brother, what's this brother Swainell? Swainell tried to justify being a homosexual. He tried to justify Europeans in the movement. He tried to oh my goodness, that's a whole show in itself. He tried justifying a man sticking penis in his behind. That's going too far. This is ridiculous. Now I'm gonna call it how it is. You know what I mean? But anyway, that's another story. We'll talk about that later. You know what I mean? But anyway, so when we look at these pictures, we see Layla Allen Bay and we see John L. Bay. But we know that that John L. Bay, Layla Allen Bay, we know that they're Europeans, but we know that Europeans can jump out the window for a minute. You know what I'm saying? And when they jump out the window, this is what they do. This is what your European, you want to call more European brothers, how they talk to y'all. They got L. Bay on their name, but this is what they post on Facebook to y'all. You see what I'm saying? I mean, there you go. There you go. This is what you're talking about here. This is the type of character that a European feel as though he has the right to demonstrate, because somebody questioned him on his authenticity of calling himself a Moorish, or calling himself Moorish American, or having El Bay on his name. He think this is okay. He think this is okay. You know, and wherever he live at, wherever he walk the streets at, he think this is okay. And I'm not promoting no violence. I'm just having some fun. He's Scott LaRock. I'm KRS-One. No, I'm not promoting violence. What I'm saying is this is not okay. And somebody need to whisper in his ear and say, brother, European, hey, friend, fellow man, whatever you choose to describe him as, they should be whispering in his ear, chill out. Chill out for you. Chill out. You know what I mean? He goes on here. And that was the after post. It's because I'm fairly melanated. Brother, you're not melanated at all. You're pale. You are the pale skin nation of Europe. And it's okay. Go back to your people and teach them equality. I mean, go back to your people and teach them equality. And now here he say, stop playing with my effing name. This is because somebody questioned his L and Bay. This is savage behavior. This is not Moorish character. You know what I mean? This is not Moorish character. Now that's just light work. Let's go to the next one, and then we get to the lessons. Noble Michael Thomas Kuczynski Bay. Kuczynski Bay. Y'all see that? Listen, this is the invasion of the Europeans.
This is an invasion of the Europeans. And no Grand Sheik of the Moorish Science Temple of America in any group saying anything? No one? No one, no Grand Sheik in the Moorish Science Temple of America out of any group saying anything? With a national representative of the Moorish Science Temple of America, Noble Temples, I'm going to say something. Look at this. Kupczynski Bey. This is Kupczynski. That's him. Look at him. Kupczynski Bey. I mean, I'm trying to tell y'all. Man, listen, family. Let's keep it 100, family. At some point in time, somebody should say something about this misappropriation of our doctrine, our ideal, and how it's misrepresented. I mean, how it misrepresented, huh? Come on, man. Somebody should be saying something. We got too many sheiks out here. Too many people think they know too much. Ain't nobody saying nothing. Nobody putting out a fatwa. they like Arabic, though. They ain't putting out no fatwas. What? I mean, they ain't putting out no new decrees. Hakeem may say it's my charge, boy. Well, I hope y'all get me. I hope y'all got my back when they come chasing me out them hills. When they come out them hills chasing me. When they come down from them mountains by 100,000, I hope y'all with me. I'm gonna be swinging the scimitar, but I hope y'all be with me. Woo! Man, I'm trying to tell you, man, this stuff is ridiculous. This stuff is ridiculous. This stuff is ridiculous, family. We really got to step up our game and stop trying to get along. The more that we try to get along, the further apart we become from the teachings of the doctrine of Prophet Noble Drew Ali Islam. Choppers on stand, choppers on deck. But listen, the more we try to get along and play get along, the more blurred the lines become as it relates to the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Do you follow what I'm saying? And that's just the fact of the matter. Let me see if I can get my brother online real quick. Let me see if I can get my brother online. Okay. Islam. Hey, bro. Huh? Listen, hey, bro, I don't know if they can hear you. Are you able to get in on the channel?
Yo, send me a link, because the link you just sent me, it's expired.
It expired?
Yeah.
All right, let me hang up and get you up in here, man. We just getting started, brother. He fairly melanated. You understand what I'm saying? I got to get you up here. I need somebody to help me out. I got some more slides, so I'm about to send it to you right now. What's your email address? Give me your email. I'm going to send it right. Your Gmail. Say it again. 777. Got you. 777. Uh-huh. Divine. 777. D-E or D-I? D-E. D-E. All right, I got you. It's coming right now. I got to get my brother on deck. It's coming right now. Here we go. Just sent it. Islam. So look, I just sent my brother the demonstration of the invitation. But listen, family, somebody got to do it, family. And guess what? I'm going to do it. I mean, I'm going to do it, family. I got to do what I got to do. And I mean, I got to do what I got to do. But let's get to it. Let's continue to get to it. So basically, I'm going to show you. I already showed you in the beginning that this is unacceptable behavior, but we need to be aware of these kind of things. Okay, so here he goes right here. This is Kopczynski. I forget his name. This is your friend Kopczynski Bey. I think that's his name. Hold on, let me see. I can't even remember his name. Is it Kupczynski? Kupczynski. That's what it is. There you go right there. Kupczynski. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't the half of it. Watch this. Let's take a look at Kupczynski. See if you can check him out. Listen to this. This is the character of Kupczynski. You know what I mean? Let's check out the character of Kupczynski. Check him out. Let's go. Let's see if I can get it.
Turn this shit around. Listen, the ones I tagged in this goddamn video.
If you got children in the room, get them out the room for a second, cause this European, he all over the place with this. Get your children out the room for a second, or have on some headphones, cause this European is straight savage behavior with this. You know what I mean? Check this out. No, he's not mixed. He's Kaczynski. And you know that European ain't mixed. Ain't nothing mixed about him. What's mixed about him? Ain't nothing mixed about him. You know what I mean? There's Kaczynski. You know what I mean? Kaczynski. Talking about, is he mixed? He mixed, all right. Mixed up. But look, check it out.
Turn this shit around. Listen, the ones I tagged in this goddamn video, Dink, Brianna, Patty, yes, my mom. Y'all motherfuckers is some hoes, man. Y'all.
He called his mother a hoe. Y'all hear that? He called his mother a hoe. You know what I mean? Check it.
Turn this shit around. Listen, the ones I tagged in this goddamn video, Dink, Brianna, Patty, yes, my mom. Y'all motherfuckers is some hoes, man.
He saw, y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? He called his mother. Man, there's some crazy stuff here.
Y'all gonna leave my goddamn villages alone, the coin master, because I'm trying to tell you, I'm gonna get my paycheck and I'm gonna spend it all on motherfucking spins. And this war, goddammit, I'm getting all you motherfuckers. I'm attacking everything, goddammit. Like, every chance I get, I'm fucking your village up. I'm fucking your village up. I'm robbing, plundering, looting, and all kinds of shit. Because y'all niggas is some hoes.
Y'all hear this? This is some crazy stuff. This is some crazy stuff, but I ain't gonna keep playing it because this is a family show, and people like their children. Children be thinking that I'm a cartoon character. Children love me. They're like, they see me, they run to me and hug me. I think I look like a cartoon or something because children love me, and so I'm not gonna play that no more. I'm not gonna play that no more. But anyway, this is Kaczynski right here. So this is one of his posts. He said, wish I got a paycheck. Wish I got my paycheck already. I'm effing starving. And I may have to work double. Kaczynski. That's what Kaczynski said. Here you go. Here you go, Kaczynski. Here you go. Anyone know where I can get feet at? I need a whole left foot because my MF got to go. He's funny too. Kaczynski. I'm trying to tell you, man. This is crazy. This is crazy. So look. Some of this stuff started from when I did this show right here, where out there in California, they naturalized or nationalized the European. This stuff has been going on for a minute. You know, they pushing people into this Moorish paradigm, you know, that really don't belong in this Moorish paradigm. And it's our fault. It's our people's fault. You can't blame anybody but us. It's our fault. I mean, it's not their fault that we have allowed, not me, but we have allowed this type of behavior to enter into the Moorish paradigm. I mean, we have allowed this type of behavior to enter in the Moorish paradigm. So we can't blame anybody but ourselves or those we haven't taught properly. But here's a Swain L right here, and we're gonna get on him soon. Public service announcement. This from January 17. Yeah, I got the file from January 2017. If you believe that people of European descent originated in caves and or do not possess any melanin, do us both an amazing favor and unfriend me. I have a specific allergy to stupid. Thank you. That's all. Now, I don't know if that is enough to get your wheels turning, my brother out there in Washington State, Yakama Bay. I don't know if that's enough to get your wheels turning. But he said that if you believe that people of European descent originated in caves and you're not able and do not possess melanin, any melanin, do us both a favor and unfriend me. Now, That's just the precursor to show you how he intends to defend this European in such a way that is not Moorish in no way, shape, or form, and defend the European as being as equal to us as it relates to membership of the Moorish Science Temple of America, as it relates to following the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. No, there's a difference. There's a difference. Europeans can subscribe to the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali all they want, but this membership organization are for the Asiatics descended from the inhabitants of Africa. Because if you're not careful, we're going to see this soon. This brother takes his fez off and marry his European. You see, he takes his fez off and marries his European. And that's what he do. You see? And this is what it's coming to. If we're not careful, this is what it's coming to. Where being a Moorish American is trivial. You know what I mean? Where being a Moorish American is trivial. And if we're not careful, this is what it's coming to. You know what I mean? I'm not going to put no names on here, but this is what it's coming to. Ourself law and master. Look at that. Look at that. Slave holders. Talking about they ourself law and master. You see, if we're not careful, the next generation will believe that Prophet Noble Drew Ali is a European. If we're not careful. And so somebody has to speak on it. You know, somebody has to speak on it. It is what it is. This is the European invasion. The European is invading the Moorish Science Temple of America. You know, and I'm talking about idealistically. They are invading the Moorish Science Temple of America. So now let's go to this European here, Layla Allen Bay. Now this one here, you know what I mean? Now this one here, oh yeah, brother. I keep it up, brother. When people start coming at Tahanga Bay, brother, I build a file and I say you better be right, because I know people building one on me, but I don't care, because I'm gonna tell you what I know. All the struggles I go through, I'm perfected by the things I suffer. So anything that I do, it most likely will be me unfolding to who I am today. But anyway, we're gonna look at this here. You know what I'm saying? If we're not careful, the whole face, you know what I'm saying? The whole face of our movement will change. Here we go. Now, Jesus himself was of the true blood of the ancient Canaanites and Moabites and of the inhabitants of Africa. Now, this is Layla right here. This is her. All right? She's not biracial. Stop trying. Everybody want to defend this foolishness. Everybody want to finish this foolishness. She's a European all day long. There she go right there. You know what I mean? And these Europeans, you know, they adopt little Asiatic children. They go to little Asiatic lands and make a mockery out our culture and custom, and even out of a fetish or a taboo, marry an Asiatic. And when they do marry an Asiatics, I mean, this brother says she wants something. That's what she want. Well, brother, that's what she got. Look at this. And not only did she get one, she got a weak one. Look what she got. She got the name Bay from this guy, Dandruff Allen Bay. Now, he didn't put on the dress. You see that? You see that? He didn't put on a dress. They didn't switch places. Y'all see this? See, this is what we talk about. See, this is what we talk about. There ain't no such thing as no amalgamated more. We don't choose to amalgamate. This is what we talking about. You see what I'm saying? See, if we're not careful, this is where things is going to be headed. Where being a Moorish American will be trivial. You see, it'll be trivial. Y'all see this? He got Dandruff Allen Bay on his name. And he done threw on a dress. He done threw on a dress. Look at him. And I guarantee, come on, man. Come on, man. See, this is what I'm saying. Somebody ain't speaking up to represent in this electronic age. You know what I'm saying? But here is the one that you really need to pay attention to. This is the agent alert right here. This is the agent alert right here. Now, this guy here is the one that you really need to pay attention to. The reason why you have to pay attention to this one here, because he is corrupting the children. He is corrupting the Asiatic children. You see this? This is the one you have to pay attention to. You see this? This European here is corrupting the Asiatic children, right? So let's talk about it. He do credit restoration, etc., etc. But what I'm telling you is that this European here, this one here, and people might try to say, oh, he mixed. This European here is one you need to keep your eye on. Now watch this.
Islam.
State your name. Yeah, come on over, man. Let's get up on the bed. Let's fit in the box. Let's all fit in the box.
Fit the box on.
Islam. Master Obey. Everybody, shout your name.
Oh, shout y'all's name, man. Who started?
I just did. I just said Master Obey. That's my name.
How we reach you, man?
Oh, my Instagram, _Dion.
Islam. My name Dupes Bay. I know y'all.
See, this what happen when the leaders don't go into the street and go and get our children. This is what happens. This is what happened when we go into the temple and we sing to each other. I mean, when we go singing to each other and over the podium talking to one another, this is what happens.
You can hit me up on IG. Yeah, that's Dupes.
Islam, my name's Selby. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Sil.
Here is your next generation. Here is the guiders of the nation being taught by manipulative European with a 2-cent hustle.
They like _Sil. Okay. How y'all doing? My name's Freak Bay.
Let me go.
What's up?
Look.
Yeah, Snapchat. Yeah, I got Snapchat. I don't know what it is, though.
So now watch this. Pay attention to this.
You got Snapchat? Watch out, people, your Snapchats. I don't even get on like that. Our subconscious is rewarded.
Check this out.
Every time we tell the truth, our subconscious is rewarded. Because when we lie, we're creating the multiple personalities, and that's what creates all these.
So the trick that Europeans use is truth and falsehood strangely mixed. So he's going to say some truth in order to manipulate these young minds. Check them out.
Different personalities within us, all these different energies and spirits within us.
We get off balance.
Yeah, we're getting off balance by lying. When you go in these courtrooms, they punish the truth. So it throws your subconscious off. And then you have to go to them for a remedy because you don't know who you are.
See this?
You got security agreements. It's usually, so I say it starts with meditation, speaking forth prosperity.
Just listen, because you thought, why would I work with you? Basically, you really down to work with you.
So people really don't know about a lot of people listen to me and a lot of people hate on me because of my skin. But the thing about it is,
that just goes to show you how powerful kids are.
Willie Lynch showed them how to make a slave for 400 years. That's what he said.
See?
Within their kids. You know, some feather flock together, so you should want to be around enlightening people, and you don't want to be the.
Let me check out the
.com, no drama. Settle your differences.
You feel
where it starts when you want to dig deep into you know what I'm saying? Noble Drew Ali was a good magician.
Here we go. Look at this. Check this out. Listen to this. That's what I was looking for.
Things to know. A writ means right. Anytime a judge files a writ, that means a right. And what is a right? It's a ritual.
He's filling the children here. Listen to this.
You know these things. These people are really doing spelling and spell casting spells and stuff on us, man. I didn't really know. So, truly what Noble Drew Ali did, a lot of people don't want to tell you, man, he was a good magician. So we got dark magicians and we got good magicians. There's such.
He said Noble Drew Ali was a good magician. Listen to this.
Thing is magic, pal. You know what I'm saying? Noble Drew Ali was a good magician. He used it to wake our people up. What they do is
He said our people, but a minute ago he talked about they hate on him because of his skin.
They do things to enslave us, to make us slaves. And they try to do it without putting the chain. They took the chains off our legs, our feet, and our hands, and they put them on our minds. So we can be our...
He teaching these children the most basic concepts. And they probably are in awe.
Own slaves. That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. They get what they wanted. So I say it starts with meditation.
So look, his whole thing, his whole scam is to get them people convinced, get them young people convinced, and then get them to start selling this credit restoration thing, because this from his website, and I didn't put the website up, but this is what he does, you know, get them all worked up. So this is the one here that you really have to worry about. This is the one right here, because this one right here is the one that's talking to your children. You see what I'm saying? And when they begin to talk to your children, that means that you were not doing your job. That means we, as the Moorish sign symbol of America, the leaders thereof, we need to get busy doing our job. In the next 2 weeks, our street programs start. I mean, our street programs start. And we're going to get our people, man. As I've been online, we going on the ground and get our people. And I mean, so here is another one, Benjamin Robles L. I mean, these Europeans are entering this paradigm by large numbers. And before you know it, it's going to be so many that it's going to look like a norm, and that your children will not know what this divine teachings look like. They won't know, because we are not giving the example of what it is to be an upright, independent Moorish American descendant from the inhabitants of Africa. We're not showing people what it is. You know what I mean? We're not showing people what it is to be indigenous. We're not showing people. You know what I mean? We're not showing people what it is. And so there you go. You know what I mean? Culture vultures will steal your culture. There you go. You know, if we don't step up and do what we're supposed to do, these culture vultures will definitely steal your culture. I mean, this is crazy. And we are sitting around debating stuff. I'm trying to put it out to the people, but we got to understand what the Prophet Noble Drew Ali taught us. If we can stick to the Prophet, then we won't go wrong. We can't go wrong. With us, all members must proclaim their nationality. And we're teaching our people their nationality and their divine creed. And if we know how to read a sentence, we know that their nationality and their nationality all go together, and it's indicative. It's indicative of our people and their divine creed, that they may know that they are part and parcel of this said government, and know that they are not Negroes. We already know who the prophet is talking to. This is not hard to understand. We already know who the prophet is talking to. Let me read a little article real quick. Nickname. Like, you know what I mean? Nicknames. Listen to what the prophet says. You know what I mean? Listen to what the Prophet Noble Drew Ali said. And I'm not going to say the prophet said this. Let me take that back. This is an article of the Moorish God during the time of the prophet. You know what I'm saying? When the forefathers of the Moorish Americans were first brought to this nation, they had a nationality and name. But in order to separate them from the achievements of their fathers, a name was given them which had no connection whatsoever with the founders of civilization. Listen to this. These Moors was deep. They were nicknamed Negroes. Today in this nation, there are no such things as Negroes in the sense that they were all called. Just why so many of the intelligent Americans will continue to cling to this nickname is hard to understand. If you look in some of the dictionaries, you will see that the word Negro means a sly person, a coon. If this is not an insult to the illustrious history of a nation, there can never be one given. Just as they have saddled on the Moorish American the name Negro, they have also given him a religion that was made to enslave him. Listen to what I'm saying, family. I speak like I speak because that's how they spoke during the time of the prophet. They were also giving him a religion that was made to enslave him and to stop his progress. This is why I move with the spirit I move in, unhesitant, because that's how they was moving. They put this in their national paper. The Moors during the time of the prophet had this published. The Moorish American, the name Negro, they have also given him a religion, that has made to enslave him and stop his progress. It is the duty of every man who lives to redeem the name of his forefathers and not be herded to the mass of weaklings. Y'all hear what he said? Let me slow it down. It is the duty of every man who lives to redeem the name of his forefathers and not be herded in the mass of weaklings. In the mass of weaklings. Stop referring to yourself as Negro, colored, and black, for you are neither. If you are men, American citizens, speak up for yourselves, or it will never be done. As long as you wear the clothes of another, or live in the house of another, or depend on another in any manner, you are truly a slave to them. If you would be free, indeed, you must seek the truth. And that is the purpose of the Moorish World TV platform. I'm going to give you uncut, raw truth that make you uncomfortable. If you would be free, indeed, you must seek the truth. You must know the truth of your nationality and the name of your people. In the name of your people, you must not be a coward and deny yourself the rights that belong to every Moorish, and the rights that belongs to every man. Moorish science explains this in a manner satisfactory to all. I'm going to say it again. For those who don't believe that Moorish science is an actual thought process, this was published in the Prophet paper, 1928. You must not be a coward and deny yourself the personal rights that belong to every man. Moorish science explains this in a manner satisfactory to all. Come out and free yourselves. Allah will help you. For he seeks his children. For he helps his children. For he helps. Sometimes for he seeks his children. Yeah, for he seeks his children. That's what it is. There we go. You follow what I'm saying? So family, one of the things that you have to know, that you can't be mad at Brother Ta'aka Bey. You can't be mad at me. If Moorish Americans in the temple want to be docile, if Moorish Americans in the temple want to hold hands and get along, that's on them. But don't put that on Brother Ta'aka Bey, because that ain't how the Moors moved back in the day. The Moors stood for love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. I don't know why Moors always want to demonstrate the love degree, but don't understand the truth. Peace, freedom, I speak with freedom, and justice. So let me read what the brother said. Islam, why are we allowing these clandestine people to wear sacred cloth? They need to be touched mentally. An answer to this. Well, family, I don't see them. I see them on the internet. I don't see them where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? He said, what coon don't fall for the Abercrombie is a noble title from a sub-tribe, New Bidi. See, Abu know everything. Abu, you know so much, Abu. Good goodness gracious. I bet you Abu. Let me see something, man. I gotta see who this guy Abu Haru. Ali Abu Haru. Let me see who this guy is, man. Abu be talking some stuff, man. It make me wonder about you, Abu Haru. Like what you really know, Abu. I should give you the link real quick. But let me finish this show. Let me finish this show real quick. I'm almost done. Oh, Abu Haru. Abu, man, that better not be you smoking a cigarette, Abu. I'm gonna disqualify you smoking that cigarette. Let me look. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, buddy. See, I told you. Y'all keep talking too fast. Y'all keep talking too fast. Y'all better stop. Yeah. If this is Abu, is this you, Abu? Abu! Is this you, Abu? Abu, you ain't even over. Brother, let me see when you did. This was 2016. You still smoke cigarettes? Yeah, he on the boat though. Abu, that's you. Abu, that's you. Yeah, he got that Fetty Wap on that demonstration. I like you, Abu. Go ahead, Abu. Go ahead, Abu. Hey, Abu. Look at him. Skinning and grinning. Look at that skinny and grin right there. Abu, nobody good. Watch this. Look at that. There you go. There you go. There you go. Abu, stop it. Stop it. Hey, Abu, you got to stop this. Hey, Abu, you got to stop this, man. And you going to come at me, Abu. Abu, this was 2016, so I might give you a pass. All right. Hey, watch it. I show y'all Abu. Man, you guys are funny, man. And you keep on talking half slick. Watch this grin. Abu, you gotta stop, man. Stop. I'm your brother, man. Stop keep trying me, brother. See, I understand you two. They got Abu. See, they got Abu. Look at the grin. That's that grin right there. That's the one like, yeah. That's it. My mama used to call that the poop eating grin. Get that poop eating grin off your face. I'm just playing. My mama used to call that the poop eating grin. Y'all ever heard that? Press a run if y'all know what the poop eating grin is. Y'all ever heard that one? Huh? Y'all ever heard that one? Let me stop. Abu, I'm just playing, brother. Abu, I'm just playing, brother. You my guy. You my guy, man. I'm just playing with you, brother. I'm just playing with you, Abu. Abu, you my guy, man. Abu, seriously, brother. Hey, brother, let me tell you something. I like that I see that you laughing and you say you stupid because I am only playing with you, brother. and you know what? You know what, brother? Brothers like you is brothers that I like to build with. Because I can tell that if we disagree, we're going to walk away brothers. And if something go down with the others, you got my back. No matter if we disagree. And so I salute you, brother. I salute you, brother. You know what I mean? We need to learn to understand that we can disagree on topics. We can disagree on certain subjects. But at the end of the day, we are still brothers. We are still sisters. You know what I mean? And we have a common opposition before us. We all have a common opposition. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, brother, shout out to you. Peace and love. Now, let me get to the next part. Let me see if I can get my brother Divine L on the phone real quick because I can't get him in the chat. Let me see if I can get my brother Divine L on the phone. Hold up. Give me 1 second. I'm going to try to get my brother on the phone because for some reason, I'm unable. For some reason, I'm unable to get him in the chat. Islam, bro, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, bro.
Hold up. For some reason, I couldn't get the link in there. So brother, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to upload a few more slides that I have. But, brother, let the people know who you are, where you calling from, and what you got to add to the conversation, brother.
Man, I'm a nobody trying to tell everybody about somebody, and that's Drew Ali. I'm not a spectacle. I'm not no Moorish Messiah, nothing like that.
Indeed.
But yeah, man, I'm in North Carolina, bro.
So, but let me ask you a question, bro. What has your experience been on the digital front line with these Europeans coming into the movement? What is your experience? What have you noticed in the past few years?
No, they all seem to be up under the impression that they naturalized under the Moorish movement. Somehow or another, a guy, contacted me not too long ago named Patrick Lampron, and he didn't have an actual picture on his profile. You know what I mean? Because on the internet, it's like the army or jail. You can be all you want to be, and you can just hide behind a few images. So I inboxed him to see, what type of time he was on. And I looked through his pictures, you know what I mean? And I just seen a bunch of, paleness going on. So I'm like, let me see what he got going on. So I'm like, yo, bro, you with the Moorish Orthodox Church? I was like, I put the MOC. And he was like, what do you mean by the MOC, the Moorish Orthodox Church? No. So he said, I come by way of Grand Sheik, Cujo Adwo El, hailing from Canaan land, also known as Canada, or something like that. So, you know what I mean? I was trying to figure out how come he actually knew somebody who at the time had some sort of blessing. I don't know the exact, critiqueness of his blessings, but it's supposed to have been, I ain't gonna put all the names out there, but basically, yeah, so they have the assumptions that through, the YouTube videos and RV Bay publications and the Facebook and social media that, all they got to do is just add a L or a Bay or L Bay or Al Day or a day in the Al and, throw on a turban or a fez, you feel me, and throw up a 7, and that qualifies them as Moorish. So, that's just what I've been seeing lately. So,
well, as you do
I
that,
try to, yeah.
As you do that, I'm loading this up. So I want to read these to the people real quick as to the conversation. I'm trying to find him real quick to see what we do. I like to see who I'm talking to. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't have no pictures up, you say?
Nah, he didn't. I mean, but I went through his page and he did, but like I said, I didn't see no Asiatics. So I was just curious as to who this was, so saturated into Moorish conversation. Because a lot of these brothers, man, I check them. Hey, man, look, I wanna, I don't wanna seem like a bad character, you know what I'm saying, by speaking these names, but it's a bunch of these, pale skinned Europeans that's on their Facebook pages. And what they do is they sit up in Moorish conversations and they just eavesdrop and try to soak all the soul out of the conversation. And then they even get engaged, in the conversation when ones is trying to dictate, what the law is, you know what I mean, or how it's to be critiqued within the Moorish Divine National Movement. And one has even went so far as to tell me that he's more Moorish than me.
So, brother,
you know what I mean? And he's not even an Asiatic.
Brother, do you remember the European that the first European that the brother Cujo brought to the table? I'm trying to think of his name, man.
Vance Kelly L. Day. He with Great Seal.
Nah, man, I'm trying to think of his name, bro. He told me he was going to sue me. He told me he was going to sue me for using his name, man. He went up in there and got locked up. He had the video. I did the video on him and all. I forget his name, man. He real. Let me see, man. That European name, man. Anyway, I wanted to get his name because Cujo seemed to have a track record of bringing these Europeans into the Moorish paradigm. You know what I'm saying? See, they have a track record. Matter of fact, I'm gonna try to pull it up real quick while you're on the phone, brother. Say something else to the people, brother, while I pull this up. Canaan land.
Yeah, man. So basically, you know, no pale-skinned Europeans were ever members of the Moorish Divine and National Movement, you know, to my studies. So, you know, their designated placement by the Prophet were American citizens.
That's what I was talking about, brother. Latif Bey. Latif Bey. Remember him?
Oh, yeah.
Latif Bey. That's his name. And Latif Bey was one who that he became an honorary Moorish American under Cujo.
Wow.
For real, that's what he was. Honorary. This stuff is crazy. So anyway, I want to get to the point and read that, bro, and maybe we can reflect back and remember something about this conversation, and then maybe you can tell us ultimately where it went to. But when you go to the Guy Latif Bey demonstration now, you can barely get barely get anything from them. They take their pictures down now. They're ashamed to be European now.
Is the Latif Bey the brother kind of heavy set? Is he kind of heavy set? Because I know there's a hold on, I'm gonna show you the pictures.
This is a bona fide European here.
You got Vance Kelly L. Day. You know, he got an Asiatic daughter, so I guess that's his claim to fame. You got Latif Bey. He got all types of different pages. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he got a Kemetic page. He's got a Muslim page. He's got a Moorish page. He's got, you know, he got a couple. He's a transformer. You got Patrick Lampron. You got Amar Fahim L, who they call Virtuous Understanding L. So he's like, you know, part, you know, 5%er and, you know, Moorish or whatever like that. So, you know, then you got Kadir Amin Ra L, you know,
So I got him up right here. I'm about to play him real quick. Stand by real quick. This Latif Bey.
Bruh.
So that's one thing. As far as attempting to claim to be a Moor so I can steal a birthright, it's not that. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't take anything like that. But what I was talking about was the subject of you know, anything that is acquired where any corporation admits, you know, that that's not their property anymore, needs to be put into some kind of trust, you know, of the Moors. That's why I said I wanted to get into this subject later on down the road, but I didn't.
And the thing is, much of the things of what these Europeans talk about is the same thing that their forefathers have developed as it relates to the sovereign citizen concept. So why don't they just go with their forefathers? I mean,
nah, see, because they're rebelling the same way that their forefathers was rebelling. You know what I'm saying? So just how, like, you know, they rebelled, the Southern rebels rebelled from the North with the federal government. You know what I mean? And they wanted to keep the slaves and they wanted to do this and do that. They're rebelling the same way.
Now watch this, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah. Watch this. Here we go again.
What, y'all scared now? I seen the video of they got the judge shook Moors. Where now they're saying that Noble Drew Ali wasn't a prophet, etc. Like those Moors was set, man. They was drug into that tribunal. They was kidnapped. They stood on their square. They swung their sword, man. Win or lose, they was set with the prophet for life, man. But I don't know what happened, man.
Y'all see this? This is.
I don't think that they came across information that for a month, almost 2 months, and I went to each wall and I wrote that circle 7 on that wall. So I'm good with the prophet, man. I've woke Moors up 7 years straight, man. I went strong every day.
Y'all see this?
I got my Moorish science. I got the Moorish science. I got that knowledge. I put my transmission in drive and kept it pushing. No matter what I seen out of my window, buckets of gold, whatever, I kept it pushing, man. My transmission never went in neutral and it never went in reverse.
Now the funny thing about that is that he knows nothing about the Prophet Noble Drew Ali or the teachings thereof. That's the funniest thing about this. You know what I mean? He knows nothing about the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Nothing whatsoever. You know what I'm saying?
He said he done time behind the wall, right? And he drew the circle 7 on the wall, and you know.
So brother, I'm about to read what I seen from Patrick Lampoon or whatever his name. Let's check him out real quick.
All right, go ahead, bro.
In this dialogue right here, he says, I guess that's you saying, are you from the MOC? And that's Moorish Orthodox Church. He said, peace, brother. By MOC, do you mean Moorish Orthodox Church? If so, I'm not. I'm on Canaan territory. If I may, why are you asking? This is why I got Cujo here. Right?
Yeah.
He said, you have wisdom of Noble Drew Ali, and I heard it in your words. Lamprone, what is your national descent, may I ask?
So he goes into the philosophy.
He says, yep.
You see?
Lamp,
you see they
run.
They got to science it up. You know, yeah, go ahead.
Yep. The lamp, run. My physical body is French European descent. You see how this wickedness go? My physical body is physical.
That's where your nationality was at.
My physical body is of French European descent, living on the island of Montreal. And I'm currently going through the process of naturalization with Grand Sheik Cujo Adewale. I say
pause. That's a point of interest, but continue on.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop right there, and I'm gonna let you build on that. He says, okay, I'm currently going.
I got to ask you, brother. I got to ask you. Oh, okay. What is the Grand Sheik's process of naturalization?
Okay, let me just finish this sentence. I'm going through the process of naturalization with the Grand Sheik of Cujo Adewale. I say lamp run because I activated my penile gland. So the light is on the lamp run, whatever that means. Okay. First of all, for the sake of clarity, there is no such thing of naturalization in the Moorish Science Temple of America or in the Moorish paradigm as it relates to the Moorish national and divine movement. There is no such thing of a naturalization process. I don't care if a so-called Black, Asiatic, Moorish American, whatever they choose to call themselves, is trying to administer it. It does not exist. There is that process was a process during the lifetime of the prophet, and he never administered anything of the sort, even close to it. Now, number two, for Cujo to tell this European that he's going to naturalize him into an identity, and that identity being a Moorish American, because Cujo still thinks he's a Moorish American when he's in Canada, actually. You know what I'm saying? And I already broke that lesson down. You know what I mean? He's like, this is America. This is all America. This is a continent. America you speaking to is a continent, not a country.
But you know why he say that he's naturalizing them, because Taj used to teach us that only Moors can be nationals of the land, so we nationalized, and that the Europeans had to be naturalized up under us if they wanted to be de jure nationals of the land. They could be citizens, but we'll be the nationals. He teaches that nationals are higher than citizens.
Well, brother, what we seeing right now happening is intellectually. Intellectually is what happened in Spain physically. What happened in Spain, we begin to amalgamate, our forefathers begin to amalgamate after they civilized these Europeans. They begin to amalgamate with these Europeans and begin to take on the ways of the Europeans. And after so long, it was a wrap. You see what I'm saying? Because you can only deny the principles, the divine principles of your forefathers for about so long before you're going to annihilate yourself. And so that's what they're doing now. They're actually being compromised for whatever reason. Maybe this European got some money. Maybe it makes them feel good to say, I'm a Grand Sheik, I'm a naturalized. Because sometimes it could be something as simple as ego. Sometimes it could be something just that simple. I'm a Grand Sheik of the Moorish Science Temple of America, and I have the power to make you somebody. You know what I mean? Sometimes that's what it is. You know?
Yeah.
And so, but we know without a fact or a contradiction. I mean, we know without a fact or contradiction that that is not a process that any grand sheik that is ordained, anointed, or appointed by any official Moorish representative. That is not a designated for a grand. That is not a designation for a grand sheik. We don't designate nationality. We don't designate naturalization. What I mean by nationality, there is not even a such thing as a nationalization ceremony. Many people think there's such a thing as a nationalization ceremony. When in fact,
it's just it's just a custom. That's just a common usage to label, you know, the adoption process.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. It's just a tradition that was brought up over giving people a representation or ritual to identify the milestone of the transition from Negro, black, and color and back to your nation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's only a ritual, and it's only what we would call symbolic, but not literal. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so any grand sheik should be responsible enough and sharing that with those who they raise up. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I do some classes. Woo, brother, we be teaching hard, man. But a lot of people lazy, man. They don't want to teach people the truth. They want people to worship them, I guess. I don't know. And so look.
Yeah, my thing, brother, is, you know, yes, you know what I mean, the prophet, you know, recognized Europeans, but he recognized them as American citizens and foreign sympathizers and well wishers. Right. You see what I'm saying? And the Europeans did recognize him as a prophet, but they never called themselves Moors.
The European played their lane. Right. And they did what they could do to assist out of genuine concern that we were in the dark. But that don't mean Prophet Noble Drew Ali compromised his message.
Right. Now, so, if you do your studies, you'll see that he did evangelize, like, or so quote unquote, you know, he traveled to many countries outside the USA and spoke to them and taught them about citizenship and statesmanship as it pertains to civics and religious tolerance. You see what I'm saying? Respect of diversity, honoring, you know, all true and divine prophets. But he never invited them into the temple to do so. No. And he never naturalized them under the Moorish Divine and National Movement. And he didn't issue them national identification cards or Moorish literature.
Well, check this out. So you ask him, he asks you, where are you from, brother? You say Cherokee land, East Carolina, North America. And so he goes on to say, we both forgot Northwest of Mexico. And then he give you the wink emoji.
Right. I played dumb with
have to go. A pleasure connected. Let's keep up building. Let's keep building. Peace. Now, this is the sad thing about this, is that Cujo is the one that is supposed to be ushering this European into this science that really is for the redemption of Asiatics first and foremost, descendants from the inhabitants of Africa and North America. And then, you know, if someone chooses to learn the philosophy and take it and save themselves, by all means, handle your business. But this Prophet Noble Drew Ali brought this message for those who was known as Negro, Black, and Colored.
Yeah, because they're not, you know, it's not being clear who fallen humanity is. And it tells us in the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America that it's the fallen sons and daughters of the Asiatic nations.
Absolutely. But don't nobody want to read the Quran. You know what I mean? But now check this out. This what I want to read this, brother, and then I'm gonna let it go on this note. It says that we of the Moorish Science Temple of America, like countless other American citizens, know that we must live together here in America in harmony, friendship, and goodwill, whatever our race or creed may be. So we don't have a problem with any other race or anybody who follows a creed that we don't follow. So I need to make that clear. That's not our business. And the Prophet Noble Drew Ali says it's only from a purely religious standpoint, it seems at this time that we differ from a large number of our fellow Americans. So in the construct of this territory of the United States or the boundaries of the United States, we are all considered Americans. But now check this out. According to law, we all Americans. But now check this out. We believe in, we are a little bit different. We believe in and foster the Muslim religion. We believe in the principles of its teachings insofar as they can be adopted to American life. That is very unique, brother. We was talking about that Ramadan the other day. Woo!
Right.
We feel that the Christian religion is right for those who prefer it. In America, religious freedom is guaranteed all under the Constitution. But notice that the Prophet Noble Drew Ali keep on saying we. Who is this we? We are interested in freeing ourselves. I'm going to say it again. We are interested in freeing ourselves and our children.
Yeah.
Let me say it softly. We, who is this we, are interested in freeing ourselves and our children from our greatest plight, economic slavery. We believe that this can be done by encouraging, patronizing, and establishing our own business enterprises and cultivating our own acres of land. We welcome into our folds men and women of our group. Man, come on, man. How them sheets gonna be mad at me, Divine L?
He's a prepositional speaker. He's using emphasis added to
Divine L.
specific.
But I'm asking you another question.
Of these stations.
Why are them sheets getting mad at me because I'm spitting this truth so hard? Answer that for me. I need you to answer that.
Hey, man, we didn't write it. We just recited. Go ahead and spit that gospel word for word, man. That's
we
the law.
welcome.
Say, everywhere I speak a spirit, you more better take heed. Just say it.
We welcome into our folds men and women of our group, of all sections, all trades, occupations, and professions. And this is the key of sound mind and good character.
Right.
Of sound mind and good character. We are friends and servants of humanity. We are dedicated to the purpose of elevating the moral, social, and economic status of our people. We have set about to do this through a wide and comprehensive program embodying the principles of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. This is the prophet. Y'all just gonna have to get mad at the prophet in the law for sending him a prophet like that. That's it. Y'all gonna have to be mad at the prophet. Anything you want to say in closing, brother? Because we're gonna do a part 2 on this.
All right. Nah, I mean, hey man, just they're gonna say, well, that also meant that, the prophet. They're gonna say, well, the prophet said, what about, he said that if you want European grand sheets, I'll give them to you. So I mean, we can wolf all day, but some of them just ain't gonna do right. Period. But I mean, it's against the laws. It's clearly against the laws. I mean, we showed it word for word in the Quran. You know what I'm saying? We showed, the prepositions inside the divine constitution and bylaws and inside the Moorish literature. So, I mean, if anybody still got something to say, then they really got a problem with the prophet and not you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they try to attack the speaker and not the speech that the person is conveying.
Hold on one second, bro. Don't go nowhere. I got my let me see something real quick. I got my brother Jonathan in the chat.
Oh, that's my dude.
Yeah. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can get him on, man. We might have a little
and Michael McLeod Bay. I like him. The brother Sharif. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hey, masters.
But man, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Everybody want to be compromised in the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, and because I fused to brother, you know I'm taking a lot of heat right now, right?
Yeah, you supposed to.
You know,
You supposed to.
I take a whole bunch of heat right now. But I just sent to the demonstration. Let's see if he can come in and see if he want to add to the conversation. I was just looking for something. I lost my thought real quick. I lost my thought real quick when I was looking for something. Islam, what's going on? Don't be in my camera. Nah, you're not getting this. My son gonna try to be the star of the show. I'm the star of the show. No. It took me a whole year to get my audience back because every time you come here, they start liking you. There ain't nobody liking you.
It's okay. Huh? So I'm just saying right now, people like me, but they like you more because you're the host of the show. You made this channel, and I'm the one who stole it from you, so I'm gonna let you have it.
Islam. Islam. Peace of love. Hey. Divine, you be trying to steal my spotlight, man. We ain't going for that. I mean, vanity is above them all. We gonna fight over this spotlight.
Nah, you gonna hand it over.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man.
We gotta work on that Moorish village, but we gonna use this ignorance as cannon fodder to do so.
Good night, Islam.
No.
Islam. There's nothing. There's more to go. Okay, there's some water upstairs. What's wrong with you? You gotta get out the chamber. Get out the chamber. Islam. That's my son. That's my son. See, listen. See, that's what they don't know about me, Divine L. Listen.
Jonathan just sent his hangout.
Did he come in yet?
He's in that little group, the little hangout group.
And why I can't get him up in here then? Let me see. Hold up. Let me see why I can't get him up in here.
He put it there.
Oh, there you go. There you go. I'm like, man, he can't get in either. You know what I mean?
Investigator John.
Hey, brother, you know what's funny to me? You know
what's up?
Oh, hold on, my brother. Brother John is in the building. You know what's funny to me, Divine L, is that
Go ahead, bro.
like, brother, I really be working on the ground, right? I really got a real family, and I really teach like probably more than most people that wear turbans and fezes behind the scenes. You feel what I'm saying? And some people think that I'm just a YouTube face. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day,
because they're YouTube more.
At the end of the day, man, we're gonna show something that haven't been seen since the time of the prophet. We're gonna show how this really supposed to look. And with your help and all of the dedicated Moorish Americans and those who are not proclaimed Moorish Americans or those who are not members of the Moorish Science Temple of America that know the truth, like this brother that's ready to come now, Brother Jonathan, he know the truth, he expressed the truth, and when we get a progressive temple in his neighborhood, he gonna have to come. I can understand why he might don't want to come now, because some of them other temples gonna have him singing, wait in the water. We're gonna be waiting in the water. He ain't trying to wait no water. He's trying to get some money and uplift this community. You know what I mean? And unfold this God in us. But with that, Brother Jonathan, let the people know who you are and where you calling from, brother.
Peace, family. This is Brother Jonathan, you know, upstate New York right now, with family. Yeah, man, I just heard the show and it's sad, man. This is a travesty, man. It's just bewildering to just witness some of this tomfoolery. And, you know, this all stems from RV Bay publication. You know, this all stems from Taj because, you know, like there was a time I was in RV Bay publication and Raj, she actually brought this European up and was like, yeah, this is one of my good friends. And then that's when I really started, you know, had to, you know, question what type of situation I was in because, you know, one minute you saying all this negative stuff about the European and then the next minute, you know, you holding hands with him and you doing all this stuff. And I don't really have nothing against Europeans. I'm just saying, like, if you're going to talk that trash about them, like, why then switch the game up? Unless there's something going on that, you know, like you don't want the people to know. And this is crazy because these are the same people that call other people agents.
Yeah.
These are the same exact people. And it's crazy to me. It's mind-boggling. But, you know, when you are, you know, doing foolery, it's always you hiding in plain sight. You know, and these cats that the ones that, you know, are calling people agents, the ones that saying, oh, he's a cop, he's working with the police. This is what the police do. There's this movie that Spike Lee did, last year? Klansman, like the What's that thing?
I didn't see it, bro, but I need to see that.
Watch the movie and watch how that brother infiltrated the KKK. You don't think that they doing it to your organizations?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these cats that like you see on YouTube, you see on Facebook, a lot of these dudes is police officers. They just, like a cop can lie to get into an organization.
Bro, and that's why a lot of people don't know how much I consider of the information that I put out. But brother, I be considering, you know what I'm saying? Like, people probably be like, man, this guy's just an antagonist, this guy's an agent, and say all this stuff. I'm actually putting it all on the line just so people can know the truth. You know what I mean? I'm putting it all on the line. But hey, hopefully they get it. You know what I mean?
It's sick, man. Listen, what you got to do is just keep on doing what you're doing, man. Just keep on spreading the truth, because after a while, people are going to listen to reason, because people are going out there trying this stuff because stuff is not working. They got a few more times to try it before they keep hitting their head against a brick wall, and like they don't have nothing to show for it. You got that one sister. She was what, quote unquote kidnapped, and she lost her home. She's out there homeless now. It's just crazy to keep continuing with nonsense. Like, I don't understand. Nothing has worked.
Right. And that's what's funny to me. Like this, the sister Sharon Gale Bay, she's going to spend the next 10 years banging her head up against the wall, and she's going to wake up so psychotic and so destitute that she is not going to have a choice except to turn to the same people that she has demonized. Because those that was with her are going to turn their back, because they all going to learn the hard way that this stuff is foolery. And so what's going to happen is the same people that she demonized, they're going to be the one where she run to for the shelter. You know what I mean? With the home, the shelter. They're going to be the one that they're going to run to for the EBT. You know what I mean? That's just how it works.
They're on EBT. Half of these cats that's talking all this stuff about the government, F the government this, the government that. All these cats is on EBT. They got EBT cards. They catching food stamps. They on SSI checks. Then they want to come and say, like the money is fraudulent, but you still accepting Federal Reserve notes, and then you got EBT, which, if you understand what EBT is, to comply with EBT and to receive EBT, you have to comply with what they want you to do. So if that means you go to a work program, that means, you got to clean up, whatever the city, you got to do it. So these people, it just don't make any sense, man. It's laughable. Like, some of these people have a mental problem, and that's what I think it is. I think a lot of these people have a mental problem. They got wind of this Moorish science. Taj Tariq Bey done lost his mind, so he came on with it, and now they was like, man, I'm crazy, he crazy. We could do this together and make a whole crazy movement. And now it's literally batshit crazy people in the movement. Even some of the Europeans, like the stuff, the concepts are just insane. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. We live in a country that has majority rule. All you need to do is control the majority, and you control everything else.
Hey, bro. And the thing is that they don't even have no wins under their belt. That's the funny thing to me. When people go for this stuff, they never ask anybody track record. They don't have no wins. I mean, they don't have no wins of these, whether it be the birth certificate demonstration, cashing out on that, whether it be the right to travel, where they can go and drive their vehicle and don't have no problems whatsoever. I mean, they get away for a little while, then they come get yoked up later on. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have no wins. Why would somebody fall for that okie doke? None whatsoever.
Because they want to test it out to see if it works. It's like, listen, I tell you, Taharka, listen, if you send in some paperwork, you might could get $1 million. So in the back of your mind, you like, okay, listen, man, I could try it one time. If it doesn't work, hey, man, I didn't lose anything. But some of these people have lost their minds sending this paperwork in, and nothing happens. Like, these people are going to continue doing it. I just don't know what to say anymore. This stuff is just beyond me at this point. It's funny now to look back and stuff for the stuff that I did back in the past, but now it's just it's just weird now. It's getting really strange. And you got to fall back from it because a lot of these people are nuts.
And so, brother, in closing, brother, I appreciate you, brother. I'll be back tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, I got to address this video. Have you seen this video? But let me talk about this first. Family, in Baltimore, on June 8th, 2019, I will be talking about the Moorish Science Temple of America hijacked and infiltrated, the rise and fall of $1 million religious corporation. We're going to be talking about things like Timothy Drew or Thomas Drew. What's the real story? What was the Prophet Noble Drew Ali name? Some people say his name wasn't even Timothy Drew. Some people say his name was Thomas Drew. Well, we've done the research and we compiled enough information where we can conclude what is real, what is not. I'm telling you, if you're in Baltimore, D.C., or surrounding area, if you're not Philadelphia, because I'll be going to Philadelphia after Baltimore. I'll be going to Philadelphia. I'll be in Baltimore June the 8th, and then I'll be in Atlanta June the 14th, and then I'm going to Philadelphia after that, and then I'm making this a tour. You see what I'm trying to do, Brother Jonathan?
Yeah.
I'm trying to do something that haven't been done in the Moorish paradigm since the time of the Prophet. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take this message everywhere I can take it. I don't care if 2 people show up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep pushing. But I know more than 2 people want to see what happened. Like Pearl Drew Ali, Murray Drew Ali, you know. What's the real story? Some people would say that the Prophet had 2 wives. I say nay. Some people would say that.
Yeah, I heard that story. that story.
Yeah, I say nay. Some people would say that Pearl Drew Ali cheated on the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. See, I'm gonna get into all of this stuff. All of this stuff that people scared to talk about, and we're gonna clear it up. For the name of the Prophet will be a clean name as we know it should be, because we have allowed people to dirty up the Prophet Noble Drew Ali with speculation, unsubstantiated lies, and those lies put in place so we don't know what our prophet looked like. And also we're going to look at the Moorish regalia, the bait and switch. The bait and switch is what has happened to the fez. We wear burgundy fezes or red fezes. Everybody see me, I wear red fez, bright red, flaming red fez. Why do I wear the flaming red, and why do those other brothers and sisters wear burgundy fez? We're going to talk about that. The bait and switch. See, once you can do the bait and switch move, you don't know how to see your prophet in the truest form. And so we're going to talk about all the bait and switch within the regalia of the Moorish Science Temple of America. And also all the slides. Now, this is research slides I'm going to give you. All the slides, over 100 slides with your ticket purchase, will be included in that purchase. I don't think anybody ever went to a lecture and you took home the slides with you. See, I want you to take home and study what I have researched. You see what I'm saying? See,
yeah,
that's real, ain't it, brother?
Yeah, you need to create that. That's what you need to do. You need to create that momentum. You know, create that tour, because it's really a tour that you know you're doing. Go from state to state, tell people the truth, give them the facts, and let them see the falsehood and the truth, and you know, let them see what it has changed into, so that they can make an informed decision. Because back when I was showed Moorish Science, people was telling me all kind of crazy stuff. Like, you know, listen, man, if I sat down and actually spoke to you about all the stuff I was told, man, I was told that the Prophet, he had, you know, more wives than what you know, we see. You know, he was a king in some land. It's just crazy, man. These people, he was an emperor at one point. It's just crazy. Like, these people just come up with their own stories, and then it's like, listen, man, I want to push this story. Hopefully I get like, you know, 450, you know, freaking followers, and then it just doesn't make any sense. It's out of control at this point.
Hey, brother, but I'll let you go on that note, brother. I got to get out of here, but I'll be back.
All right. Peace and love.
Yes, sir, brother. I'll be here tomorrow, and that was funny to me. Peace and love, family. So, family, I'm gonna get out of here. That was funny to me. He said he was an emperor. He was this man. Goodness. Ancient fans and Adash was always read in the ancient land of Mu. Goodness gracious. Abu, put your email in here again, brother. I seen it before, but I don't know where I saved it at. Let me see. Let me make sure I save it before I go. I need your email again, brother. Drop it in here. Drop it in here so I can email you ASAP. That's right. You want that? I don't think you really want this work, Abu. Abu, do you still smoke cigarettes? If you ain't conquered smoking cigarettes yet, we ain't talking about nothing. Do you still smoke cigarettes? Now, if you still killing yourself, we ain't got nothing to talk about, Abu. Are you smoking cigarettes? You better say no. And you better not tell no story. I can tell if you're telling stories. Do you smoke cigarettes? Huh? Do you still smoke cigarettes? Do you smoke any tobacco products? Weed? Would you smoke? I need to know. I don't care if you're Ross. I don't care if you're Ross Cars. Do you smoke any smoke in your lungs? That's what I need to know. Because if you do, I'm a you smoke herb, brother. There ain't nothing you can do with me. Let me send you this email right now. Ain't nothing you can do with me. You're too high to do something with me. Ain't nothing you can do with me. That's right. You too, yeah, all you weed smokers. I know y'all. Oh, y'all can know he smoked. No, I don't. But I know what's going on. I know what's going on. But I'm gonna get you. I'm about to email you right now. Check your email right now. Let me see. Hold up. What you sent me? Something ain't right. Okay, I'm about to do it right now. Okay. Let's go. And I'm going to just put when. I'm going to email you out with live so you make sure you get it. I don't want you to get away from me. I want to teach people. I want to teach people Islam. Sister just put it up there too. I want to teach people that you can smoke all the weed you want. You after the debate, that's not why I'm here. Abu, you my guy, man. Abu, we gonna get busy. We gonna get busy. Abu, we gonna get busy, brother. When you email me, we gonna have a conversation and we gonna see what the show gonna be about. I'll invite you on the show, brother. I like you, brother, because you don't take nothing personal. But with that family, peace and love, I just sent you the email. You know what I'm saying? But family, let me show you one more thing. Family, again, I want to make sure that none of y'all, the reason of this show is because when you amalgamate with the Pale-Skin Nation of your family, there's no telling what's going to happen on the other side. You might turn out like this. All right? And I don't want you to turn out like this. All right? I don't want you to turn out like this. Okay? Don't turn out like this. All right. I mean, this don't make no sense right here. This is crazy. This is crazy. And then got nerve to post it. Look at her eyes. Look in her eyes. I got him. I got him. Oh, man. And then got nerve to post it, man. What does the world come to? Family, take care of yourself and each other. Learn Islamism in its purest form. And represent the prophet. Represent the 5 highest principles known to man. And keep striving for the best in you. Y'all with me? Keep striving for the best in you. Goodness gracious. Keep striving for the best in you.